Hello everyone. I didn't get a chance to take much for pictures as we took down the stand this year, and I figured I'd do one quick walk around as I'm out here, just to showcase what we do for the winter. Where do all the plants go? And so we make a little bit of space by moving all the tables that would traditionally be on the right side of the stand. We usually go up to those tires there and then straight out down to over to the road where we have our lovely tree trunk. This would all be full of tables and plants in the springtime, but we move that all for the winter to make space for snow. That way we can clear the driveway. We stack up all those pallets as a windbreak for our one cedar tree here at the stand. We've decided to leave the rest of the tables out this year, which is new. Normally we stack up all the tables to make lots of space for a fresh start in the spring, fresh layout. And while we likely will be moving a whole bunch of things around next spring, we decided that we'll worry about it next spring because we were running out of time and we wanted to get focused on our seed packet packing, because our first market for that is going to be on January 18th at the Living Locally Fair in Russell. We'll have our full selection of veggie seeds, native seeds, and everything else. We'll have a few annuals, a few perennials kind of thing that aren't native. So check out our full selection there. We can't wait to see you. Here's a quick sneak peek of what we do for the winter. We take all of our pots and we just put them close together. We left a few over here this year, just sort of as a trial to see if we get enough snow now that there's a few more trees here with the cedar, with the water totes, with the table staying up. See if we get enough of a snowdrift in this area to get good snow cover. But the bulk of our stuff we put in our new holding area. And first we're going to walk by a couple pots that didn't make it this season, and we'll be weeding those out for next year to reuse. But if we wander over the bridge, and I took a few of you over this year to check this out if we didn't have enough of something at the stand, walk by the tractor, and we built a new holding area just here on the left. And this is where we've put everything for the winter. And so, as you'll see, everything is just jammed together in one giant floor, if you will, of pots and trays. It goes all the way over there and then all the way out almost to the road there. I did take a look when I was driving by the other day, and you can't see much of this driving by, but it is very, very close to the road. And the idea is essentially to create a new ground level that the snow can build up on, and that will provide enough insulation to the plants so that they will overwinter well without very much for losses. Occasionally we do lose a little bit. I'd say somewhere between 5 and 10% in a season. We'll lose a little bit. It's usually stuff like this where we didn't build up properly, so we normally try and have the edges be our smallest pots, and then we sort of build up to the tallest stuff. So there's one little case here where I was intending to bring a little bit more over, and then we decided to keep it a little bit closer to the stand. So we'll probably rejig this while the weather's so warm, but that gives you an idea of how we store our overwintered plants. We try to keep them in an area like this where they're out of the sun, so they're not going to get too much freeze and thaw in the spring. The snow cover is really going to come here, sit here, and stay here right up until the warm weather in the spring, and then it will get one good melt, and then we're ready to go for the season, as opposed to if they were out in the middle of a field and then the sun might heat up, or even against a building where the sun would reflect off, heat up, warm up those pots, then we get more cold weather in the spring and they freeze again, and then they warm up again, and then they freeze again. That would be not ideal. So in this way they get one good freezing and then one good thaw in the spring, and we find that helps with survival rates. We can't wait to get this all set up again this spring. We've learned so much this year. We've expanded so much. We have so many plans for the new season. We're going to try and document it a little bit more through video, through posts, to share what we're working on and why we do the things that we do. It's always tricky because we are only 4 people and we do a lot with the plants, with the hardware, with antiques and markets, but we cannot wait to grow the team this year and then try some new things and bring some new selection. So I look forward to sharing more throughout the winter and as we go into the spring. And if you have any questions, of course, just ask. And I'm not sure whether we're going to put this on Facebook or YouTube or where yet, but definitely make sure that you like or follow, subscribe, whatever it is, so that you can stay up to date with all of the new posts and this new form of content. Have a great day.